Each of us has a failure mechanism. You could think of it as habits of actions and thoughts that prevent us from achieving the goals we set out to accomplish in life. You must consciously take control of that failure mechanism to get a better outcome. You are what you think about. If you feed your mind into the failure mechanism, you will unknowingly become that which you don't like. If you listen to me, I'll give you 3 overlooked factors that can kill your goals in 2022 by the end of this video. These factors usually go unnoticed, they cause lost time if left unchecked, and they've been proven by millions and millions of other people, the 80%, that these factors can prevent your success in life. These 3 factors will only work if you don't work on preventing them. It will get you results you don't want if you apply them over and over again. If it will be a good use of your time to learn how you can prevent these factors from robbing you of success, then let's begin. When I first, really elementary school, middle school, high school, public school, college, I never was taught the importance of goal setting. It just never really crossed my mind. Now, of course, you'll have objectives for the semester or the school year, but as far as structuring your day and really your life on how to be the most productive and get the most success, I wasn't directly taught anything like that. So therefore, I never thought about it consciously. But now that I know what I know and just my year of personal development, I wish I knew the ideas that I'm going to teach you today. So let's get into it. So the first barrier to success is the comfort zone. So basically, we are comfortable doing what we are doing, and we are uncomfortable not doing that. So we try to move from discomfort to comfort, but not from comfort towards discomfort. Trying new things and setting new goals is a very discomforting thing, so we try to revert back to our comfort zone as a response. So think about when you try to go to social networking events or just group events and meeting new people. How nervous are you? Do you just tend to stay by yourself, or do you just tend to stay with the person that you went to the event with? Or do you actually try to venture out and meet new people, especially if it's a social networking type of event? Or it can even be a business event. Yeah, we're more comfortable staying with what we know and with our own people rather than networking. And this is it's a big issue with a lot of us. So there's no shame in it. I went through it too. Sometimes I have it as well, but we want to stay comfortable, and it's hard to come out the comfort zone. But you have to know that the comfort zone is the great enemy of success. It keeps us complacent. It keeps us constant with our previous behavior, and it keeps us at a lower level of accomplishment. To break out the comfort zone, we have to set bigger challenging goals that really get us alert, that are impossible to accomplish if we stay at our current level of accomplishment. So I'll give you a personal story about myself in Atlanta. So I was born and raised in the DMV area, and born and raised, I know the area, I know the place, I know the people, I understand the culture over there. And you're gonna get comfortable. When you're born and raised anywhere, you're always gonna get comfortable. So I remember I did a year of personal development, and it just changed my mind. And one of the things I always thought about was, hey, is this all real, or am I a fraud, or am I just feel good? Because I do see a lot of people that watch content and follow content that's supposed to be inspirational, but they never make any changes in their lives. So for me, I said to myself, like, you know what? I have to put this to the test. If I want to really prove to myself that I'm a changed person, I have to get out my comfort zone. And for that, it was me relocating to Atlanta. And I must say, the past year, this is probably the best year of my life as far as just realizing what my purpose is in life and just getting clarity on what I should be doing. And I wouldn't have gotten this clarity if I was always in my comfort zone. I had to break out of my comfort zone to feel what I feel now, or to know what I know now, in order to achieve greater levels of success. So I'm saying to you all out there that, hey, if you really want to achieve success, you can't stay where you're at. You have to do something new. You have to shake things up. Move to a different town. If you're comfortable in yourself, and you really feel that you can do anything, you're successful, and you have all this confidence and pride in yourself, then how about you leave your comfort zone and try your hand at a new place? If you're all the things that you say you are, then you should be good to go, right? So that's my advice to people. If you really want to achieve greater levels of success than what you have now, you got to leave your environment. You got to leave the nest. So the second barrier to success is learn helplessness. The greatest single obstacle to success is people feel helpless and can't make a change. So no money, no time, no skills, no connections. Helplessness leads to a feeling of hopelessness and eventually passivity. The good news is there's almost unlimited opportunities to change the course of your life in a positive direction. Knowledge is everywhere, and if you have the discipline that so many people lack, you can take advantage of the knowledge. There are plenty of problems in the world, but with every problem, there's an opportunity for a creative person to find a way to solve it and make some money from it. So think of all the issues and problems that have been rampant in West Africa. Then think of the people that found success. So Aliko Dangote, Mike Adenuga, Foloronsu Alakija, Abdul Samad. If you think about it, and these are all Nigerians, by the way, Nigerians that born and raised in Nigeria. And if you think about it, a lot of us are starting from a better position than they had been. So it comes down to your mindset and the discipline to be consistent. You can do it. You are the sole person responsible for your own success. The fact that you can conceive of a goal means you probably have within you or around you the ability to achieve it. There's a factor in life that you cannot conceive a goal without simultaneously having the ability to achieve that goal. So the very fact that you can think of that goal means that it is probably possible for you. Keep that in mind. So the third path, or the third blockage, a barrier to success, is the path of least resistance. And we all, as humans, we all have the tendency to look for the easy way out, the fast way, and the cheap way to achieve things. An enormous amount of people today are addicted to the shortcut, get rich quick schemes. They believe you have to find a trick or a gimmick to reach success. The idea that you can just jump to the front of the line of success is not possible. Think of someone that weighs like 300 pounds with over 50% body fat saying they want to be comparable to a fit Olympic athlete in 60 days. Now, we know that it's impossible. Unless you do some type of surgery, sure, you can lose the weight, but are you really an Olympic athlete? It's not just the fat, it's also the heart. It's also your veins. It's also the efficiency that your body can move. It's the muscle mass. So it doesn't work that way. It takes discipline to get to that point, and also it's also the journey. The journey is just even more important because you got to transform yourself into that Olympic athlete. So the person that decides to take surgery, and yeah, they can lose the weight, but their mindset didn't change. And what happens a lot of times, that I believe is called gastric surgery, when they like take a portion or severely limit the size of your stomach, is a lot of them gain all the weight back, and it's because they didn't develop healthy habits to begin with. So it's impossible to just go reach success just like that without putting in the work. And it reminds me of the scripture in the Bible that talks about first managing the little things, then you'll be prepared for the bigger things given to you. Anything worth accomplishing takes significant work and time. So keep that in mind as well. So let's do a recap on all the barriers to success. Let's start with the first one, the comfort zone. We don't like to feel discomfort, so we cling to comfort. This can make us complacent. There's no incentive to strive for better, so we try to stay safe. You must leave your comfort zone behind if you want a drastic improvement in your life. I'll use my experience as, just started my business. So I didn't save up 6 months of money before I started my business. I'm sure you've heard that before. That's the way to do it. You got to save up all this money. I just wanted the freedom, and I got tired of working for someone. So I took a leap of faith. I did my research, and I just went ahead and did it. Now, I did have to do Uber and Lyft for a little bit, but I was successful. I struggled, and then I worked hard, and I didn't stop, and I was working on being better and learning the craft of the home inspection business, and I was able to come out and be successful in it. So Imagine if I was just so fearful, I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to change, and I won't have the experience that I have now, or even the mindset that I have today. I look at the word completely different. The second barrier to success is learned helplessness. So they can be known as Debbie Downers and negative Nancy's. They have a problem for every solution, and their profession is complaining. This learning of helplessness creates a limited mindset. You can't be successful with this type of mindset. And just to give an example, this was actually a concept that was written in Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And basically he said, it's when you approach a problem as far as like you want something, and he was saying poor people approach it as, oh, I can't afford this. He said that's what poor people say. A rich person will say, oh, how can I afford this? And what that does is just a difference in thinking, where it says if you immediately say you can't do something, your mind stops working and it stops being that's it. Nothing moves. It just stops right then and there in the tracks. It's dead. Your mind is dead as far as that idea. But when you say, okay, how can I afford this? Now it gets your mind into being more creative, and now your mind is thinking about solutions. Your mind is thinking, okay, well, what do I have to do? What needs to change? How can I get to this position? How can I get what I want? And then it makes you more creative, and now you're, instead of just thinking all the reasons why something can happen, you're thinking of all the ways that something can happen. And unfortunately, I see a lot of this with Nigerians in the diaspora, where there's so many people that just complain about all the problems in Nigeria. Everything's a problem. Nothing is good. Nothing can happen. It's never going to happen. And I'm just like, well, then stop talking about it. Then if you don't plan on doing anything about it, don't complain about it. You're not helping. But for the ones that I do come across that do see some gaps, they're thinking about solutions to these problems, and they're not taking the pessimism route, and they're not just gonna keep complaining and keep saying, oh, this can't work. No, their mind is being creative, and they're thinking of solutions on how they can change things, because someone has to. If no one is thinking of solutions, then solutions won't come. So the third barrier to success is the path of least resistance. So looking for the easy way to success will have you wasting time. The energy is better spent understanding the work required to reach your goals and then doing it. It's one thing to be efficient on your path, but it's another to constantly look for shortcuts to avoid doing the work. I mean, how many times have you heard about millionaire lottery winners that like blow their money within like 3 years? Or even the fraudulent PPP recipients blowing their money frivolously on just dumb items, and then being dumb enough to post it on social media. Like, their mindset is just of someone that is just poor, honestly. So the journey to success is an important piece of the development. It transforms you into the person that is capable of handling that success. So that is really important. It's necessary. So if you don't know how to get started on the path to success, here are some tips you can try. Number one, write out ambitions as SMART goals to accomplish. Number two, take stock of the people around you, aka your circle of influence. If you don't see any major accomplishments in their lives, limit your time with them and surround yourself with people that have recent accomplishments in their lives and are always bettering themselves. Avoid the people who are always complaining about problems in their lives but never working to solve those problems. Number three, reverse engineer your success path. So in other words, write out where you want to be in like 10, 20, 30, etc. years, and research the steps that you would need to take to get you to that point. Now, promise me and yourself today that you'll take the first action and try whichever one of these steps you feel or what you believe can help you the most. Was this video helpful to you? Do you have any relevant topics that you would like for me to do a video on? Well, if you do, then definitely lend your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also don't forget to check out this video's description to check out the helpful sources that I have, such as my course on how to build a solid business foundation that can help you achieve generational wealth. If you need a little bit more specialized help, then you can definitely go to my website, businesscenter101.com, and you can book a session with me, and I can help you with creating your business. And I'll also leave a link that it basically it talks about 50 ways to be a millionaire in Nigeria, but you can apply these concepts anywhere in Africa. And what I like about this ebook is it talks about it basically does SWOT analysis on a lot of these ways. There's 50 ways, so it does SWOT analysis on some of them, and also case studies, so you could see how to set it up and some numbers and what's actually been done. Really helpful. So it's completely free. You just click on it and then you'll get the download. So there you go. If you found this video helpful, then definitely consider joining the channel, subscribe, and also click the bell so that you're alerted when I do release new videos. And if you know anyone that can benefit from this video, then like this video and share it with them. I would truly appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.